what did you name your daughter?
Midnight.
Midnight.
It's a unique name.
Y'all know Brandan by now. We've made a lot of videos on this couple. He's a 23-year-old silly goose from Eugene, Oregon that traded being broke in America for being broke in the Philippines. Not worth. And Brandan, or Bran Lame, depending on who you're asking, has mentioned both on and off the show that he doesn't like America. What a beta move to blame the country you resided in for the reason why you made irresponsible financial decisions. I don't know many other countries that would give you the opportunity to make $30,000 a year while at the same time FaceTiming your little girlfriend on the other side of the world 24/7. Him and Mary talk all that trash about our country, yet they use our country's name for their YouTube video titles. And check this picture out real quick. Found this little flick on Mary's Instagram. She uses our country as a backdrop, but she doesn't like America. She wants to hear Brandan talk about how he doesn't like America because she doesn't want her mind to go to the worst place, and she wants him to be so happy in the Philippines. And she was so religious, and then she got knocked off by him, and now they have a kid named Midnight. Oh my gosh, do we have a lot of things to talk about in this video. Judging from this picture that was posted publicly on Mary's Instagram, I would assume that she would love to live in America, but you have to make more than $17 monthly to live here. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this, but the funniest part about watching this kid bash America to me is that if he wasn't American, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to go on this show with Mary in the first place.
What an idiot.
You're not allowed to look at other girls or talk to other girls. Meanwhile, she can have guy friends and post pictures like this on the internet. Dude blames America for why he's such a failure instead of looking in the mirror, but that's on brand because Brandan thrives by putting himself in the victim position and trying to get sympathy from the audience of this show, who the majority of which are American, funny enough. Not the smartest move when you have no income and you move to the Philippines when you don't speak the language to insult the birthplace of not only yourself but the majority of your audience / customers. And to make matters worse, he gets over there, all of a sudden he's playing mobile games, not even PC games like a real gamer. I for one have a conspiracy theory that Mary and Brandan share a single brain cell because they're out here naming babies like they're naming bottles of perfume. Wow, fun group activity time. Let's read an article about their daughter Midnight. Mary and Brandan's disastrous wedding was recently featured on 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way Season 5, after which 90 Day Fiancé confirmed that they welcomed a baby girl. 90 Day Fiancé posted this picture on Instagram of their baby girl Midnight. The caption reads, "Our daughter Midnight is worth everything and I've never been this happy in my whole life. Congrats to Brandan and Mary on the birth of their little girl. Hashtag 90 Day Fiancé." Mary and Brandan's 90 Day Fiancé split rumors explained. "When I heard our baby crying for the first time during my C-section, I got teary-eyed," Mary told ET. She said she was very happy to welcome the baby into the world. It appears both statements were shared by Mary and not by both of them. There have been rumors about a split between Mary and Brandan since October 2023 when she did an Instagram Live in the middle of a fight with her husband. Mary cried on camera as she asked him to buy her a phone so she could create content and earn money for the family. Brandan, however, had already spent the money on a video game.
You need to grow up.
Ooh, let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. That is very on brand for Brandan because since he moved over there to the Philippines, he has been moving like a lazy bum, spending all his time on mobile games and not providing for his family that he irresponsibly started over there. And I'm going to talk about this more at the end of this video, but it's very clear from looking at all their social media profiles that Mary puts in way more effort than Brandan does in terms of making money via social media. That was the whole plan, to be content creators, which is why they went on this show in the first place before moving over there to the Philippines. He only brought $250 for his move, which the majority of us bring more than $250 cash in our wallets when we visit another country, let alone start over in another country. Holy smokes, as Big Ed would say. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. This is so irresponsible for Brandan to prioritize spending money on his mobile games than on a new phone for Mary so that they can both use the phone to make more content. The article goes on to say, Brandan and Mary have argued about his video game obsession even on 90 Day Fiancé. Mary realized Brandan was neglecting her to focus on his games after she told him she was pregnant. His obsession did not stop as Mary became the sole earner in the relationship and opened a store outside their home. She also began reselling cell phones locally to earn extra cash. Despite her efforts, Brandan blamed her for not keeping track of their finances. His mother advised him to stay away from video games now that he was going to become a husband and a father. However, nothing has changed since then, as Brandan continues to play games and ignore Mary's problems. Mary recently posted an Instagram story where she wished that both of them could find someone better as they didn't deserve each other. She has been regretful about leaving college, which she did because Brandan was jealous of her hanging out with male friends in her dance group. Mary lost her dance scholarship and dropped out of college. She also quit modeling because Brandan didn't approve. While their current relationship status remains a mystery, perhaps the up-and-coming 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way Season 5 tell-all will have all the answers. They read hateful comments in one of our last videos, and obviously that video that they posted was some time ago, and since then they've had a kid, a lot of things have happened. Maybe their outlook has changed. I certainly hope so, and I hope that this couple matures because they have a baby now. And you have to set a good example for your kid, and already they're not off to a good start. Mary posted a video of their baby pooping and thinks that it's funny. You took that choice away from your kid, so right away, that's a very irresponsible thing to do, and I think when your kid grows up, they're not gonna appreciate that. It's hard for us though, as rational thinkers, to put ourselves in Brandan's shoes, but let's pretend that for a second I am a simp and I am on the phone FaceTiming my little girlfriend in the Philippines 24/7. We're together for 2 years. All of a sudden I move over there, I get her pregnant. Bobby, you gotta drop out of school. I don't want you dancing with other boys. And then she's like, okay, Brandan, well, I don't want you talking to other girls, so you can't work these jobs that you have to talk to other girls. Okay, Bobby, anything you say. What do you think for baby names? Are you thinking Starscream, Twilight Breaking Dawn, or Midnight? Midnight? Bobby. Whoa, I just had a brain blast moment. I'm gonna make a gnarly connection right now, but it's so true. Mary is Gollum, and Brandan is her Frodo, and we're Sam. 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way star Mary Demasue is accused of being a scammer by Brandan Denucio and his mom Angela during the tell-all. Here we have a picture of Brandan, his mother, and Mary. 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way star Brandan Denucio's mother, Angela, is all set to reveal why her son calls his wife Mary a scammer. Mary and Brandan are among the most controversial couples newly introduced to the franchise. They began their journey in The Other Way Season 5 in July 2023. The premiere episode showed Mary and Brandan's talks at 24/7 video call. Mary had met Brandan on a dating app and swiped right on him because she thought he looked like a cross between her crushes Harry Potter and Justin Bieber. Brandan and Mary were in a long-distance relationship for 2 years when Brandan moved to the Philippines to marry Mary. Now that The Other Way Season 5 is over, it's time for the tell-all and a preview as shared by the people. It's not looking good for Mary. Brandan and Mary got married in the last episode and recently revealed they welcomed their first baby in August 2023. They joined the tell-all via a video call, suggesting Brandan was still with Mary in the Philippines when they filmed the show. The host asked Brandan what he's like when he gets mad. Brandan says that he sometimes calls Mary a scammer and a bitch. Sean then turns to Angela, who is present on the set in New York, to find out what Mary has done to Brandan that's making him call her some of those words. Bobby's a scammer! Bobby's a scammer! How long are you gonna ride that narrative? What a thing to say to someone that you sleep next to every night, that you have a daughter with. I see a lot of people say that Mary's a scammer. Brandan's just as manipulative as Mary is, just in a different way. As long as he blames everyone else for the choices he makes, he's never gonna grow as a human being. The next part of the article is Mary and Angela's 9 Day Fiancé feud explained. Angela looks distraught when the cameras and the other cast members are facing her. She hesitates while answering Sean's direct question. She in turn tries to get Brandan and Mary to talk about what happened. She asks them if they want to talk about the last incident. Brandan's mother, Angela, did not approve of him moving to the Philippines. She was worried about him because of Mary's insecure nature. Mary did not like Brandan visiting his mom's apartment in America because she had female roommates. Brandan's mother still made an effort to fly to Mary's country when the couple announced their wedding date. Brandan's mother felt Mary was manipulative and trying to distance him from his family. She was further alarmed when Brandan told her about Mary's pregnancy. Angela didn't quite like the bug-infested house the couple was living in. However, Angela and Mary became close before the wedding. Mary had almost called off the ceremony when Angela made her realize she was meant to be a good wife to Brandan and a good mother to their kids. She talked sense into Brandan and told him not to waste his time playing video games, all of which we've covered in our past couple of videos on this couple. Angela left the Philippines on a good note after Brandan and Mary's wedding. She realized Brandan was genuinely really happy there and declared Mary seemed to be very much in love with him. She was proud of what Brandan and Mary had overcome together. She said that if the couple could work together as a team, they have the the makings of an epic sort of love story. It remains to be seen what happened between Mary and Brandan after Angela left that caused her to believe Mary is scamming him. This article's a real titty twister because here's the thing. We don't get to find out why she thinks that Mary is scamming him. We have to wait until the tell-all, unfortunately. What a cap comment from Brandan's mother. They have the makings of an epic love story. What they have is possession, not love, and that's clear to everybody that watches this TV show.
They have like the makings of an epic sort of love story, you know?
Thank you, Angela. I needed that laugh. You got to take everything that this woman says with a grain of salt because here's the thing for Angela. She's the same woman that prioritized drugs over her children. So a lot of fans found it very hypocritical when she's telling Brandan to man up. Thanks, Mom. You could have manned up to or womaned up in this case when you were choosing pleasure over your children and then they took your kids and put them in foster care. Every single American knows how corrupt the foster care system is. To place your children in danger by, seeking feeling good in the moment for whatever substance you were on is so fucked up. And here's the thing, after getting clean about a year ago, she's tried to repair the relationship with Brandan and be a positive role model in his life. And there's been many scenes on the show where she's shown up for him and tried to give him good advice. But at the same time, let's not forget what she's done in the past because it seems like this entire family has a huge problem with taking accountability. In episode 21, Angela states to the audience that getting sworn by the Beatles at this wedding in the Philippines is the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to her in her life. And I get that she's already afraid of bugs. I don't like bugs either. I actually experienced something similar to this when I visited my family in Florida. My brother and I got swarmed by no-see-ums. I don't know if you've ever been bitten by them, but they're these really small gnats and they're super annoying. And that was a terrible experience. But at the end of the day, they're not poisonous. I didn't die. I swatted them and then I jumped in the pool and they all went away. In this case, Brandan escorts her to the van and then helps her out and comforts his mother and assures her that there's no beetles in her hair. So don't worry, it's all in your head. You're just feeling very traumatized right now. I just find it odd that she would say that the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to her in her life was getting swarmed by insects and not them coming to take her kids away because she was so self-indulgent that she prioritized taking drugs over her children's well-being. When I see this article of you saying that Mary's a scammer, I'm not surprised because what you're doing is trying to make up for the time that you lost with Brandan because of your irresponsible life choices. And you saying that Mary's a scammer is funny to me because if anything, they scammed each other. They took so much time away from their own personal grinds and really convinced each other to quit their personal grinds for the sake of this relationship. Fast forward, find out that, guess what? It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
That's how winning is done.
Brandan's a weak little guy. What's he doing right now on YouTube? He can blame Mary as much as he wants. He's not putting any effort on their YouTube channel. They haven't posted a video in 2 or 3 weeks, and the last video they posted was a short of their baby pooping. Are you serious? What are you doing to benefit your life? What are you doing to get yourself and your family out of the financial ruin that you placed yourself in by making irresponsible decisions? It's ridiculous. They want to play the blame game and blame each other. Grow the fuck up. We haven't even watched a tell-all yet, but I can already tell from this article that they're trying to convince the world that it's Mary's fault and Mary's a scammer. At the end of the day, Mary and Brandan made their decisions. They dug their hole, now they gotta lie in it. And you know what? Mary's put in way more effort than Brandan has on their YouTube channel. He's busy playing mobile games. If you wanna make money by playing video games, get a PC set up and start streaming. You don't even need to, you can stream on your phone. If y'all got some spare time, please check out our Amazon storefront. We have some great items for girls and guys because the holidays are coming up. If you got some spare change, check out our merch. And if you want some one-on-one time with me, please order a Cameo. I'm the #1 Cameo creator in the entire world. Super thankful that y'all watch my content. Comment below, subscribe, let your friend, follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.